Hello and welcome. I've tried to record this video a couple times, and it's not the easiest video for me to record because I have to admit that I have a problem here and that I need your help. I recently got into 40K, and I love it. I absolutely love building the models. I've started on my Tyranids, and I love making them look cool and making them epic and huge and stompy. I've got Blood Angels that I've been putting together, and I've painted a few of those, and I really love the way they look. But I really got into Kill Team, and I've played a lot of Kill Team with my significant other, and it's a game that I really like the rules of. I like playing Kill Team. I find the games to be just about right lengthwise for time. And so we bought a lot of Kill Teams, and I've put together a lot of Kill Teams. Problem is, I am somebody that likes to build models. I've collected Gunpla for many years. I've put Gunpla together for many years. I love putting model kits together. But those come pre-painted, and 40K models do not. And I don't think this is a bad thing per se, because I think that this means anybody can make whatever army they want, right? You can make your own custom set of armies or custom models and paint them your colors, and then they work, right? They fit in with your army. But it means that as me, somebody who doesn't really like painting things, my armies are all gray plastic. And don't get me wrong, I think that 40K has a leg up on some ways on Gunpla, because when I put together my Fenice, for example, it's going to look like everybody else's Fenice. But when I put together my Ripper Swarm, I put those Rippers on there. I chose how many are in there and what pose they're in. This is my Ripper Swarm, you know? And that's really cool. The disadvantage is I'm not a good painter. And it means that they're not painted. And you're seeing them now, I'm sure, all the different kill teams that we put together. But what I really need is your help. And I need your help finding ways to get motivated to paint. I don't think I'm the best painter, but I did a pretty decent job, I think, with those Blood Angels. I'm really happy with how they turned out. But they took me an afternoon, basically, to paint all those Blood Angels. It took me a long time. And that's time that my brain says I could be spending on Guild Wars, trying to make the next Guild Wars video. Because, I like playing that game, and I'm excited to get through the story. The Strangers of Paradise review that is 2 months late now. Watching and getting other stuff recorded, editing other footage, putting together podcast highlights, putting together all the different stuff that we have for the channel, working on the back-end stuff. My brain says I could do all that other stuff in that same amount of time, or I could build more models in the time that I would be painting them, right? So what I really need is help with, number one, figuring out how to keep the dust off of them, and that would be a shelf, right? What kind of shelves do you recommend? What kind of shelves do you other 40K collectors normally go with to be able to keep the dust off the models? Because right now, these models are all laid out across my kitchen table, and they're just collecting dust, and I hate that because I put them together, and I really do love them. I really love the way they turned out. I put a lot of work into some of them, making them custom and making them have their own poses that nobody else's models will have, right? And they're just collecting dust now. I can't play with them in official tournaments or in local tournaments because, or especially like kill team matches, because I'm going to show up with just gray plastic or primed plastic. I can't take them to tournaments because they're not painted. I can't make really cool looking YouTube videos like I want to make with them because they're not painted. So any kind of help you have for keeping the dust off of them, and then motivating myself to paint. What are some ways you found that made you want to paint? If you're somebody that hated painting originally or somebody that hates painting now, what do you do to make yourself paint? Do you set aside one day a month? Do you set aside a day a week, a couple hours a week to force yourself to paint during that time so that it gets done eventually? Or did you find some other trick that made it where you enjoyed painting? Maybe some speed painting trick or using washes in a certain way that made it really enjoyable for you. Give me some tips. And if you have some YouTube channels to recommend that have tips, recommend me those, because I really do want these models to look great. I can't. I don't manage time well, and I'm not very good at making sure. Of course, I'm a YouTuber, right? How could I manage time well? But I'm not very good at making sure things get done in the right amount of time, other than at least, hey, there's a video going up, And then the third thing that I need your help with is picking out color schemes for some of these. I would really enjoy it if the community went, hey, I like that you got Blood Angels. I like that you got Tyranids. Your Thousand Sons, your Death Guard, of course, are going to be their colors. The Adeptus Mechanicus are going to be their colors. Those Kriegsmen and the Black Legionnaire are going to be their colors. But for the Tau, you should choose this sept or for the Adeptus Sororitas, you should choose this order. Or for the Eldari Corsairs, maybe if you went with this color, it'd be really cool. Should those Incursors be the same color as the Blood Angels to be able to fit as part of that army? Or should they be a different faction for the sake of being able to show off cool matches when they're all eventually painted? Because I really do believe that I will, if for no other reason than that I'm making this video showing them that I didn't, so that I force myself to do it. I really want all of these to be painted and finished. I want to make cool battle reports for everyone to be able to watch. I want cool kill team matches for people to be able to see. And I have so much respect for all of the kill team channels and all of the 40K channels that I watch that have all these beautifully painted miniatures, because I know somebody had to spend a bunch of time getting those done. So yeah, that's the 3 main points of this video. I also did want to show off what I built, even though it's not painted and looks terrible in that regard. But to show that, because people have been asking, hey, where are the 40K videos at? I wanted to be able to show they're still coming. I'm still working on them. It's just I don't feel right about filming kill team matches with unpainted models. I mean, if you would rather see unpainted models just to be able to get some matches out there, let me know. But I think it would look better if they were painted, you know? And the terrain's not even finished painting yet because I haven't been able to do that. So those were my main 3 goals here. How do you keep your models clean? And once they're dusty, what do you use to clean them? How do you motivate yourself to paint? And, you know, hey, what colors do you think would look cool? Because I'm still new to all this, and I want everything to wind up looking really cool. I want to put the work in to make it look nice, but I just have trouble motivating myself to paint them when I could use that time to build more. So again, I know this may seem a little pathetic. It's completely a me problem, right? But please, if you have any advice at all, let me know. And if you don't, if you watch this whole video, you don't even like 40K, you don't care about my problem with this, I understand, and I appreciate you watching it. Your support has really allowed me to do a lot of crazy stuff on this channel, and this is just one of those many things. So until next time, I've been Trey. This is the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum 40K has to offer.